Donald Trump staffers, well, 6 of them have tested positive to COVID-19. That's certainly not great timing for the president.
It is certainly not. And people warned him, all the experts warned him that if he does this, it's really probably one of the worst things that can be done in terms of spreading this virus. With 19,000 people in closed quarters, enclosed in that building, and thousands just outside of it, it's just a petri dish. You know, people with no masks required to be worn, they're just handing out masks to be voluntarily worn. It's a terrible situation. He was warned, but this is a harbinger, the 6 positive cases of many more who will be carrying it to other parts of the country, because these are not just Oklahoma people. These are thousands around surrounding states who are coming to attend this rally.
Interesting. So not everyone has to wear face masks, and everyone who is attending, though, has to sign a waiver vowing they won't sue if they get coronavirus. What do you make of that?
Isn't that ironic? Not required to wear a face mask, not required to social distance, but if you do get sick, you can't sue us. It's just totally hypocritical, and it's wrong. It's just a horrible fiasco right now, and I think that it should have been stopped by a judge from taking place, because it's a public hazard in the entire United States, not just Oklahoma. So it's quite ironic, actually.
So what can we expect to come out of this rally? What's the main messaging Trump's trying to give his supporters?
Well, he wants to make sure his base is fired up to vote in November, because that's the only way he even has a small chance of winning. He might have to win. He'll have to win those border, what he calls swing states, which he won only by a few thousand votes, less than 1% in Michigan, for example. Wisconsin, he barely won those states last time against Hillary, and this time he has to hold on to those people and get a few more. So he's trying to fire up this base that is so right-wing, extremely right-wing, that believes that that he's the only savior of the country. And so he's really trying to hit the messages that he'll be doing today. And it'll be like a 6-hour meeting that's going to happen there. He'll be talking about building the wall again, making America great again, keeping the immigrants out, same old themes again, and going back to work and not worrying about the virus. Those are all very dangerous themes, but he will be hitting them and hammering them hard, I think, this time.
Just how strong is his re-election bid? What do you expect to happen in the lead up to November?
If I were a betting man or a person, I would say that he's probably the odds are he's going to be losing, because even in those swing states right now, the polls are showing that Joe Biden is ahead in some of them. Trump needs to hold on to every single one of those 4 or 5 states that he beat Hillary on last time. And this time, Biden has to take those, and the polls are showing quite good numbers for Biden. It's still a very narrow margin, though. Biden's winning by only a couple of percentage points, maybe at the most 4 points in some of the states. And he needs to win by a lot more to be sure that his people will turn out to vote against Trump. Because the Trump people are fired up, by the way. It's a very high level of enthusiasm for President Trump among those who do support him. It's a 65% enthusiasm rate. With Biden, it's only like a 35 or 40% rate. Most people are voting against Trump in order to vote for Biden.
Right.
So that's a little dangerous, for Biden, I'm saying.
Well, it's going to be interesting the next few months. The president's also facing damning revelations in a new book by former top White House aide John Bolton. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, there's some incredible claims that Bolton makes, and one of them is that the president asked the president of China, President Xi, to help him and aid him in getting reelected. And he made specific suggestions to buy more American wheat and soybeans from those Midwestern states, which will allow him to get the electoral votes, in other words. This is against the spirit of the law, the American election law, where we're not supposed to, anyone running for public office is not supposed to ask for foreign help or accept foreign help in any way from a foreign government entity or its representative. And the president's going against that if that were true. And Bolton himself, his credibility is on line too. We have to see what truth there was in these claims. Other claims he made was he thought President Trump, according to Bolton, President Trump wanted to invade in Venezuela. He said, in fact, he even claimed that Venezuela is part of the United States. So there's some really amazing claims that Bolton made about President Trump. And whether or not they're all true, we'll have to wait and see.